Yo, it's Hublot back with another video. So excited, man. This week has been crazy, man. So I just want to get right into it, man. So we had a private live call with some of my students that's really just been tapping in with me privately through DMs, messages, and stuff. So I just had like a little 5 person quick call on Monday, and it was just a great call to be on. And I just definitely, am glad that people are definitely tapping into the information that's put out there and being able to witness the information, the right information at the first time, for the first time, and it's better, because you don't have to unlearn to relearn. Um, so we started off just regularly just charting Euro USD, and I ended up seeing, a great move that we could definitely participate in on the higher time frame. As you can see, we have the Hublot algo turned on, so I did end up seeing, a buy structure here. Coming up from this area, I thought it was going to definitely probably retrace into this 50% area after making this drop, but I did see we got a buy signal there. Did end up executing that trade, and yeah, we caught this just for a 230 pip move. It did end up going higher. I thought after like it created this candle here, and it did this. I thought we were going to start to see a possible retracement. So once it did that, I kind of just got out, and then it just kept going. It went, for 300 pips, the week, and it did it in a span of like almost 2 days, so it didn't even take long to do. Yeah, about 3 days it took to go to full move. I didn't hold it for the full move, but it took, less than 2 days to go to the move that I held. Like, yeah, so 16 hours. So it really wasn't that bad to hold that move. It was very beautiful. I saw like how, everything was just, in flow, so I just kept it running. Another pair that we definitely looked at was uh, NZD which was a really great move for the week. I did post this in the Discord on Tuesday, I believe. We could go into Discord and look at it actually. Let's see. So if we're looking at the Discord, we can see that we definitely saw that price on NZD was definitely going to go for an upward move. We had to break a structure here, and then we got that impulse move up. It came back, came into this area. I did feel like it was going to probably come dip into this area a bit, kind of like what I thought about EU, just to kind of test, a little bit more this level and get more, of a discount on price. But we didn't get that. We did end up just getting that push from there, and it just continued to go up. It rarely retraced, and it was just a beautiful move. Something did just tell me to just put a buy stop here, just in case it just flew, and that's exactly what it did. It ended up flying, and I just love the move. I love that everybody was able to catch it with us, and it was just a great move to be in. So we did look at GJ as well. GJ was definitely something I was looking at, even though it did look to be impossible, buy structure. We got that break here. We did have that higher time frame POI on the other side. So a point of interest area where, I just kind of saw it, selling to kind of possibly come down into these levels here to then go up possibly higher or to come collect that liquidity down there. It's very it's very imbalanced right now. It's very like in a limbo. I feel like. Let me give you guys a bit of an example of that. So we did have this higher time frame POI, which was tapped into. We sold here. It came into this POI here. As price developed, we were getting into this sell. We did see a push down initially, and then I just didn't really believe that it was gonna, sell fully. So I told everybody to get out, just where, just how I was like looking at price at the time. So we could go back to the chat and see it in real time, man. There's no cap here, man. I can read price like the back of my hand. So when it comes to price here, I said cut GJ, break even. Going to wait for the 30-minute to cross is playing too much. So yeah, it was just playing too much for me. I really didn't like, the way it looked. So like, let's just kind of see how I was looking at the time. So we did get that, and then I was just like, yeah, nah, I don't like the way it's looking. we was getting that wick right here, and it was just looking too much like, it was just continuing to follow that buy structure in this POI area. So I was just like, you know what, let me just put a sell stop here. Everybody get out, because we did execute originally, and then obviously we ended up getting that. I ended up waking up and getting that push down. So it was very beautiful move to like wake up to. I wish I was like up so I could have caught it at the top, or like, saw it at the top, like, when it was starting to get weak, so I can catch it at the top, because it would have been a much of a more beautiful move. But he ended up coming down, activating us here. I took partials, and then I tried to add a position here with my original position being my stop loss. So I ended up taking out the extra position I had here, and then I'm still riding with a little bit of this position here. It does look like it definitely could accumulate from here, because it did kind of like test the top of this candle, which was definitely a POI area for us. This whole area right here. So it did test that area. So I really don't see it really like coming back right now. It could definitely just blast up from there. So once the market opens again, I'm gonna make a decision on and like once this candle, closes and it kind of possibly retraces, I'm gonna see how I wanna play this. Because we definitely got a POI here, but we gotta also, understand that we also have a POI here, and that's why we're a new POI here, and that's why we're starting to see that price is getting that weakness that we're seeing on that side. This is an old POI, so I'm dragging it over here because we already kind of tapped into that once we sold here. Yeah, I really shouldn't have been using it again to for this bias on this trade really, but it's just the same thing. Market was definitely gonna come and break down this structure and kind of come into this imbalance. I kind of definitely had a feeling it was gonna at least do that, because price definitely just has to breathe. That's just what price does. So let's go back to the chat real quick. We did end up, still floating in GJ. We're gonna see what happens with that. We were looking at GBP NZD. Truthfully, I was really just testing this pair out. So I did, let everybody know beware the spread, because the spread was like 230 seven. So yeah, the spread was fat. I got into the trade when I executed, like I was already negative like 100 and something dollars. So yeah, like it definitely was some fat spread. So I was making everybody aware of that. The SL was pretty fat, due to the TP just being large as well. It was just on a higher time frame. So I was really just looking, to try to see how if we can get a long term move on something to hold for a couple of days. So if we go back to the chart, I did end up holding this one, but we did end up getting taken out. Originally I didn't get taken out here when it made that move close to the SL. And then after that, I got a bit of a touch here. Like, I guess like the movement of price when it broke this candle, I ended up getting taken out, which we can see here, it definitely broke this structure here. So we could definitely see a little bit downward movement, and then just to go higher though, it would probably, like touch this MA right here to go higher, like these areas. And it's going to possibly just go higher. It's not even going to probably sell. We were looking for, it to probably come down to these areas, kind of going off the signal that it originally gave us for the sell. We should kind of took some partials here, but it was all good. It was a pretty fat lot. I definitely thought we were definitely going to be collecting at least a good 300 something pips to kind of retrace here, but it's all good. We made a lot on Euro USD and NZD to, cover losses like that. But yeah, definitely that original position, I didn't put too much on it anyway. So it wasn't really much to really collect partials off of. It was just sucks to, have a big SL like that for a 1 to 2, but it's all good. I usually don't even have SLs that big. I was just going off of like structure and where I felt like it could possibly come back to, because I knew we were selling here because we received the signal. But I knew that price could definitely probably come back into this POI area, which I had it drawn already on the chart when I first originally drew it up. Like, so I already had a point of interest area where we could have probably went to, but we should have waited. If we, at least if we would have executed here, we could have put our stop loss a little higher, and then we could have still probably been in that trade. So never a loss, just a lesson, on how to go about, executing on a higher time frame, and just knowing that, the POI areas are the best areas to execute those trades. As you can see here, we started getting that dip, and then, price ended up coming back up into here. So GJ, yeah, we did end up getting that price. I did let everybody know that I knew that we would trace because we were in that buy structure on GJ. So once we got this dip here, I was like, just wow, what a beautiful week. Close if you want to, but we might see a slight pullback due to GJ still being in buy structure. So we were praying for TP, but I had a feeling we were in buy structure. Once we were here, I put it in the chat. Like I said, nothing that you're gonna use exterior from your strategy is gonna help you. Like indicators, things of that nature. Nothing's gonna help you more than knowing price action. If you know price action, even with your indicators telling you sell, buy, you're gonna know what's what and what's not. And that's the thing about using indicator. They're supposed to assist you and help you. They're not here to just give you the answers on a test. They're here to assist you with what you already know and what you should be studying, what you should be back testing. So that's very important. I definitely want to just tap into that just real quick, because I think some people have a misconception of what indicators and things like that are really meant for. So yeah, here, we end up seeing, end up knowing that it was in buy structure already. We ended up getting that pullback like you see here. Like I mentioned, it's all good. End up taking partials anywhere in between here anyway. So we're still floating, and whatnot for that original position. We just took partials on it. I guess until it hits our stop loss, right? But yeah, definitely here. We, like you can see on GBP NZD, what I was showing you guys, I originally didn't get taken out, but eventually did end up getting taken out when right before price close. It was just an impulse. I believe that happened. That took me out. But yeah, we're here on GJ. Same, it looks the same as what we just looked at price. So that was really just a week. It was really a beautiful week. We definitely caught over 300 pips within the week with the moves we were in. Took that L on GBP NZD, but yeah, that's totally like normal. Still, even with that loss, like definitely, and that was a very small lot size anyway. But even with that loss, like still, we would still be up, 200 pips for the week for the most part. So definitely, stay in tune, stay tapped in. If y'all want to know more about how to trade like me, or just to learn some tips and tricks, definitely feel free to hop in our Discord. We have a free section where I give out at least 1 to 3 trades every week. And if you want to upgrade, there's definitely packages and information on there on how to do so. So if you have Discord, definitely tap in. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and this is Hublot, and I'm out.